Hey everybody, how's it going? So, today we have a class. Good afternoon. We have a class on today in history. So, things that happened on this day in history. Well, it's actually today, which is August 12th, which is yesterday at this point, but I looked it up and some interesting things happened today in history. So, let's look it up. Today is Tuesday, April 12th, the 102nd day of 2022. There are 263 days left in the year. It's very nice for them to let us know. And now I'm letting you know. On April 12th, 1861, guess what began? The Civil War began as Confederate forces opened fire on Fort Sumter in South Carolina. So that's very important. So, of course, there was the war that the most Americans died in a war because it was American versus American, the North versus the South. So, but this was the first day for that war to begin. Next, on this date, in 1945, President Franklin Delano Roosevelt, or FDR, died. Oh, sorry, I just said. Died of a. I'm not laughing. I'm laughing because it's shocking. I think I skipped this part before. Died of a cerebral hemorrhage in Warm Springs, Georgia, at age 63. He was succeeded by Vice President Harry S. Truman. Interesting to know about FDR is he was the only president to serve more than 2 terms in office. He did such a good job getting the United States back on its feet after World War II and during World War II that people really felt that he should remain president. He was an amazing person. In 1955, on this day in history, the Salk vaccine against polio was declared safe and effective. That's interesting. And Salk would be Jonas Salk is the one who invented it. And so, it's interesting to think. It wasn't 2015, but, not too many years after, just about 70-some years later, we have the next big vaccine. That was, of course, the vaccine against COVID-19. In 1961, on this date in history, the Soviet cosmonaut Yuri Gagarin became the first man to fly in space, orbiting the Earth once before making a safe landing. So, yes, that was the space race, and Russia actually did a lot to contribute to the space race. So, despite everything that's going on right now in Ukraine, there's a lot of people there that don't agree with this war. But in terms of history, without Russia, I don't think we would have made it to the moon as soon as we did. So it was quite amazing. In 1963, on this day in history, civil rights leader Martin Luther King was arrested and jailed in Birmingham, Alabama, charged with contempt of court and parading without a permit. During his time in Birmingham, during his time behind bars, sorry, that's a weird way, but during his time in jail, King wrote his letter from Birmingham jail. I will say that a lot of people say that the I Have a Dream speech is his most powerful work, and it was, I'm not diminishing it, it was an amazing piece of literature. But honestly, if you ever read or have a chance to read Letter from Birmingham Jail, I think I read it once while we were in class. It is amazing. It is an amazing, amazing piece of, in terms of political and social change, that was one of the most amazing pieces I've ever heard in my life. In 1981, in this day in history, former world heavyweight boxing champion Joe Louis, at the age of 66, died in Las Vegas, Nevada. Yeah, great champion. I think he only lost a couple of fights. He was an amazing, amazing world champion. In 1995, Senator Jake Garn, Republican from Utah, surprise Republican, became the first sitting member of Congress to fly in space as the shuttle Discovery lifted off. Well, being from Utah, I definitely remember that. Yeah, it was quite a feat. In 1990, in its first meeting, East Germany's first democratically elected parliament acknowledged responsibility for the Holocaust and asked the forgiveness of Jewish people and others who had suffered. In 1992, after 5 years in the making, Euro Disneyland, now called Disneyland Paris, opened in Marne-la-Vallée, France, amid controversy as French intellectuals bemoaned the invasion of American pop culture. How dare Mickey Mouse come over here to France? In 2015, Hillary Rodham Clinton jumped back into the presidential politics, announcing in a video her much-awaited second campaign for the White House, which it did not pan out, but one day, hopefully, we will have a female president. In 2018, police in Philadelphia arrested 2 black men at the Starbucks. Well, sorry everybody, give me 1 sec. Never mind. Things are jumping around here. Don't know what happened. In 2018, police arrested 2 people at a Starbucks. The men had been asked to leave after one of them was denied access to the restroom. Oh. Sorry, so it is important that it's... A lot of times, when I read things, I don't like when they point out somebody's race. I don't think it matters. But in this situation, it does matter. So in 2018, 2 black men entered Starbucks, and one of them was asked to leave in Philadelphia, and asked to leave and not be able to use the restroom, which we've gotten, that's a terrible thing. So Starbucks apologized, and weeks later closed thousands of stores for part of the day to conduct anti-bias training. That is good. We should not be denying anybody, especially for race, any privileges due to all of us to use the restroom. In 2020, Christians around the world, on this day in history, in 2020, Christians around the world celebrate Easter Sunday, isolated in their homes by the coronavirus. St. Peter's Square was barricaded to keep out crowds. Pope Francis celebrated Easter Mass inside the largely vacant basilica, calling for global solidarity in the face of the pandemic and urging political leaders to give hope and opportunity to people who had lost jobs. So, that's weird. I honestly don't remember that in the news. But, hopefully we open up soon, too. 10 years ago, jury selection began in Greensboro, North Carolina, for the corruption trial of former Democratic presidential candidate John Edwards, charged with 6 counts of campaign finance fraud, which is still going on. All this finance fraud. The jury ended up acquitting Edwards of accepting illegal campaign contributions while deadlocking on the other 5 counts. Federal prosecutors later dropped the remaining charges. All right, 5 years ago, The United States and China struck what appeared to be an unusual bargain as President Donald Trump said he wouldn't label China a currency manipulator and voiced confidence. Chinese President Xi Jinping, sorry, it tells me how to pronounce it right there, would help him deal with North Korea's mounting threat. Alright, so we're getting closer and closer. 1 year ago, police clashed with protesters for a second night in the Minneapolis suburb when an officer, where an officer had fatally shot a black man, 20-year-old Dwayne Wright, during a traffic stop. My apologies. Iran blamed Israel for sabotage at its underground Natanz nuclear facility that damaged centrifuges. So this is just all modeling together. I don't know. After months of lockdown from the coronavirus, shops, gyms, hairdressers, and non-essential businesses across Britain reopened. President Joe Biden, I think I'm supposed to read this fast. So President Joe Biden said he would nominate Christine Wormuth, a former senior Pentagon official, to be the first woman to lead the Army. And consequently, we just have our first female, African-American female, to become a justice on the Supreme Court. Yay, history. India reported another record daily surge in coronavirus infections to overtake Brazil as the second worst hit country behind the United States. Alright, so today's birthdays. We have playwright Alan Ayckbourn is 83. Jazz musician Herbie Hancock is 82. Rock singer John K. Steppenwolf is 78. Actor Ed O'Neill is 76. Actor Dan Lauria is 75. Talk show host David Letterman is 75. Author Scott Turow is 73. Actor playwright Tom Noonan is 71. R&B singer Jack Nicholas, the Commodore, is 70. Singer Pat Travers is 68. Actor Andy Garcia is 66. Movie director Walter Salles is 66. Country singer Vince Gill is 65. Model TV personality Jay Alexander is 64. Rock musician Will Sargent, Echo and the Bunnymen, I apologize, is 64. Rock singer Alex Atkins, Everclear is 60. Country singer Daryl Dodd is 58. Folk pop singer Amy Ray of the Indigo Girls, great band, is 60. Country singer Daryl Dodd is 58. Pop singer Amy Ray, Indigo Girls, is 58. Did I just go over that? My apologies. Actor Nicholas Brendan is 51. Actor Shannon Doherty is 51. Actor Marley Shelton is 48. Actor Sarah Jane Morris is 45. Actor Jordana Spiro is 45. Rock musician Guy Berryman, Coldplay, is 44. Claire Danes, actor, is 43. Actor Jennifer Morrison is 43. Actor Matt McGorry is 36. And that's pretty much it. So, that's this day in history. Sorry for the mispronunciations and all that good stuff. Also, sorry that my hair is sticking up. Anyway, you all have yourself a wonderful day, and we'll see you all soon. Bye for now.